What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, let me talk about Errol Spence, and I want to make my point clear. For any of you that's hard of hearing out there, that you're kind of stupid, don't even respond. Just let it go, because you guys don't understand anything. Okay, so to the intelligent people out there, my take on Errol Spence is this. I haven't seen Errol Spence fight, okay, since he fought Crawford. Way before this video, these rumors about him pulling out of the fight with Fundora, I've been saying we don't know if Spence is the same. The ass whooping that he got from Crawford, being thrown, from a car, how fast was he going? Okay. The damage to his body, the reconstructive surgery, all of this kind of stuff, the eye surgeries, all of this shit, the injections into his side and all this kind of stuff that he's been doing. Spence might not have the same hunger. I don't think he has the same. I doubt that he does. He's in no rush to get back in the ring. Okay. I doubt that he's had the same desire. I don't know who he's been training with. And basically, it's just not the same Errol Spence, verbally. So I don't think that Errol Spence has that same fire that he always had. Does he have the same physical ability? We don't know until we see him. So I can't give you an assessment on him based on what I don't know. I'm saying it's a strong possibility he might be done. He may never fight again, or he might fight again. Now, from what I understood, from what I've heard versus what I'm hearing now, is I heard basically it was an interview where they were asking him about fighting, what's next, and he's saying that basically probably still Fundora, but they're trying to move the date until like further up, okay, like in the winter time. So I didn't hear him say he's not in shape to fight. I don't know what the situation is. Okay, that could be it. But bottom line is, according to Spence, the fight is still on. So for all of the people that's sitting here posting these fake videos, like, you see a thumbnail, Spence is out, Crawford is in. Okay, so now Crawford's just going to jump in and fight a guy. He hasn't, and go sign paperwork to fight a guy when he hasn't even fought Madrimov yet. He haven't even fought this guy yet. Yet you guys are talking about he's going to fight Fundora in December and all that. First of all, look, y'all, use common sense. Like, use common sense. All of this fake news. I mean, I post up these things for you guys to see the reactions that people have and the amount of people that check into this stuff and keep these people going. Like, it's one thing even to like see something and go, wow. But the clickbait, nah. That's the clickbait is one thing, but the clickbait is lies, and the clickbait is wrong. But the actual lies being told is like people are just making up stories. So now, Terrence Crawford and Jerron Boots Ennis got into a fight in an airport. Now, I mean, all of this fake news shit is then gotten to the point that people don't even have shame. They don't even care how stupid their videos are. As long as people are watching and commenting and keeping them afloat, it's like, okay. So, yeah, but this is what I'm saying. These people come out here with this fake news, and they're the ones that want to argue and try to, make a lie into a truth. Okay, we know damn well that the most that could happen is it could be talks planning ahead. Like, hey, man, should you get past this Madrimov guy? What do you think about fighting Fundora? Okay, well, first of all, the fight with Spence isn't off. So how could they have that conversation? Okay, and bottom line is, if Spence fights Fundora and win, and Crawford wins his fight, well then, Spence wants to be undisputed at 154. Crawford wants to be undisputed at 154. So guess what? If it comes down to those two, then that's what it comes down to. But like I said, my position on Errol Spence is looking at the things he's been through, and come on, man, you don't even see videos of Spence training anymore. back in the day, you know, some couple of years before, up into the Crawford fight, it was always like constantly. You saw Spence in the gym all the time. It's different now. It's different now. So, you know, that's my position on that. And the fact that if the fight's being postponed, you know, pushed back because of Errol Spence, yeah, it could be the fact he's not in shape, you know, to fight. It could be the fact that he's like, you know, just the hunger's not there. And this is my point. It may play out in the ring. We will see. So that's what I'm going off of. Okay, as far as the fake news and all this bullshit about Fundora and Crawford fighting when Crawford haven't even had his fight that's coming up next. And come on, y'all, like we know this is nonsense. It's nothing but talk. And this is what people do. They use their imagination and they start talking. I mean, I haven't had somebody telling me that, nah, Aries is true, because I saw a video and Calvin Ford is saying that he's going to train Errol Spence for the Crawford rematch and all. And I'm like, okay, where'd you see this at? Right? Here's the story, okay? Basically, this is what this guy is telling me, and he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he think he does, because this is what I'm pretty sure happened. He either saw an old video or someone played an old video on their channel. He saw it or heard it or whatever they did, and according to him, he saw it. So, according to him, he saw it on a channel. What he failed to realize is more than likely it was something old. And if he's talking about the video I think he's talking about, which is what it sounds like, it's these two nerdy looking guys. One wears glasses. I do not really watch their shit. Nothing personal, but I do not really watch their shit. But I do remember a channel. Like I said, I don't even remember the name of their channel. I do remember these two guys were saying, I might even talked about it on my channel. I remember them making a comment, saying, basically, I remember them playing a clip of Calvin Ford. I think this was about training Errol Spence for the rematch. Saying, them speculating, because there was some shit that was being said about Errol Spence joining Calvin Ford and coming into his camp, and like, this is before Errol Spence and Derek James had their split. This is even before that, way before that. So, first of all, why the hell would Errol Spence feel the need to leave Derek James to go and train with Calvin Ford? For what? Because he lost the fight, so I'm going to Calvin Ford. And basically, I remember him kept saying like, how, yo, Derek James is my man, yo, like, anything Derek need, I got him, like, you know, stuff like that. So as far as him coming into camp to, like, you know, be another pair of eyes and more experience, you know, extra experience or whatever, and preparing him for Crawford, if that's what, you know, maybe that's what he's talking about as far as that. But I never remember hearing Calvin Ford say anything about he's going to go and train Spence for Crawford, for a Crawford rematch. This was speculation. And if this the same guys, they were talking about some shit about Gervonta Tank Davis sparring with him to prepare him. And also, you got to remember, even if that would have been the case at one point, Frank Martin just got his ass kicked. You know, went in there and fought a good fight, but he basically got knocked out by Tank Davis, bottom line. And, you know, Tank Davis and Errol Spence didn't have the nicest thing to say to each other during that whole press conference. And he, to a point where you know, Tank tried to put his hand out to give him a pound or whatever, and, you know, Spence didn't even feed into that shit. So, a lot of things have changed, and I believe that's what that guy is talking about. Okay, and people lie and they piece shit together. Now, look at what I did. This is why I say when an idiot says, "Oh, you're doing the same thing." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I explained where this video came from, the time frame it came from, and the point that I'm making to basically prove you fools wrong for saying something that was said was never said. Then you hear it and try to change the story about why am I playing this? You said this never happened or whatever, or, you know, explaining. I say something about a fighter way before they even make a video, and then they make a video saying the same exact shit. So, you know, things of that nature. So, no, I don't do what these motherfuckers do. So I would not sit here and play an old video and tell you, oh, this is new. Nah, No. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's the whole, bottom line. The whole thing with that is me telling the guy telling me what he said. I'm like, well, listen, I don't know where you got this information from. I said, but at the end of the day, there's no Fundora table or fight on the table right now for Crawford. There's one fight at a time. Simple. That makes zero sense. And on top of that, I'm saying, because I remember saying, okay, first of all, how tall is Crawford? 5'9", right? First off, how is Tank Davis going to prepare Errol Spence for a rematch with Crawford? Then they talk about, well, he's a southpaw. Okay, so what? And so what? Two completely different styles, Crawford and Tank. So, I mean, that is a completely stupid training camp and much, much smaller. So, I mean, like, come on, y'all. Let's be real. Like, I don't even know where people draw these conclusions. They make their opinions based off of words, but not the words that come out the mouth of the fighters, the trainers, just off of certain things that said. They make a conclusion of what they think a possibility could be. And that's all they're doing. Okay, now the possibility of that happening at that time still didn't make any sense to me. It still didn't make any sense to me. Okay, but bottom line, that never happened. I did it. So going forward, when did we ever hear Calvin Ford talking about training Errol Spence to fight Terrence Crawford? Now people are talking about, yeah, but remember Crawford said he'll fight Tank at 147 and all this shit. Because basically Tank Davis lied to everybody talking that shit. Yo, we already talking about going to 140, bro. Remember that shit? And then all of a sudden he was talking like he was going to fight against, what's his name? Nigel Benn's son. About Conor Benn. And that never happened. You see all of that kind of bullshit, right? That I done got on Tank ass and everybody else ass for lying and all of that. The same very conversation. So pretty much, yeah, so that never happened. Okay? And so people are tying it together saying that, yeah, they'll do that because, Crawford was supposed to fight Tank, and he said, I mean, y'all don't know. I don't know if y'all see these same channels I see. Y'all know what I'm saying. These people just make up shit. They make up shit, and because these sheep follow it. So I just responded to the guy and I said, hey, listen here, man, stop believing the bullshit you hear. I'm like, I mean, that's up to you what you believe. I said, but I'm telling you here and now, there's no Crawford versus Fundora. That fight only happens if Fundora beats Spence, or if Spence does pull out, or however it goes, and Fundora just basically still has the belt, and Spence, who should get past this Madrimov guy, whatever, easily. But bottom line, he should get past this guy. Other than that, yeah, how is this fight possible? That you tell me how they're negotiating two fights right now, and you think that Crawford, you know how unprofessional and stupid that would be of him, and you think he want that distraction of having to focus on two different guys? Now all of a sudden he has the weight on his shoulders. I got to beat this guy. I just saw him to fight, Fundora, and then this and this and this. And I mean, come on with this bullshit, y'all. Like, stop playing. Stop playing, man. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, y'all, it's all just to get views and likes and subscribers. I'm telling you, these people lie to you. You guys hear them speak. They talk. They'll put up a thumbnail. You watch the video, and everything is could it be, or I think, or it's a possibility. Yo, sources tell me. Sources like who? You go up and put in any search right now about Terrence Crawford versus Fundora, or Errol Spence is going to fight, or he's going to train with Calvin Ford or whatever, and I guarantee you the only thing pop up is a bunch of videos of people telling you this bullshit, but you're not going to go to Errol Spence's Instagram or his ex. Go to any of them. Go to Calvin Ford's. Go to any of them, and you don't see anything referencing anything. You go to any news site, go to any sports channel, so anything, and pull any of this information and type it in, and it tells you nothing. So it's funny how people got these secret sources. They always say, sources tell me, or my source. Who are your sources? Nothing but your rabbit-ass brain telling you bullshit. They tell you all this shit to get y'all lured in, that's all. And even if you don't feel some kind of way and tell them, oh man, you need to stop the clickbait, as long as you keep checking them, they're going to keep doing the same things. Because that's what they do. There is no Terrence Crawford and Fundora fight as of now, bottom line. Okay, and as of now, the fight is still on between Errol Spence and Fundora. So it's nothing but bullshit. So I wanted to make, because I did a short video, and I'm saying if, you know, Errol Spence pulled out, I wasn't going to do a full video on it. And I said, nah, you know what, let me do this so I could explain myself so people don't think I'm saying that the fight's off. I don't know if the fight, at that point I didn't know if the fight was off. But I did some digging, I did, you know, some research, and no, from what I understand, out of Errol Spence's own mouth, the fight is still on. Okay, they're just moving the date. As far as from according to Errol Spence. Not some second, third party fucking person speaking. No, Errol Spence out of his mouth, okay? So, listen, at the end of the day, certain shit you just gotta leave alone. Certain things you just gotta overlook. Simply because people, they love to talk when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you see, the truth is always going to offend people because the truth exposes them. That's all that shit is. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're bringing facts up and you're lying or you're... No. Facts are lies to liars. Do you understand that? You know, one of the funniest things, I was talking to this chick and she was making me laugh, and we both laughed at this shit for the longest because it was like, yeah, why is it when somebody cheat and they get caught, why they say shit like, baby, it's not what you think. Baby, this means nothing. This don't mean nothing, right? And it's like, it means nothing. It's so meaningless that you lied about going to work or going to church or going to visit your mom or wherever, and you're laying up here with some fucking dude or your dude laying up with a whatever, right? But it means nothing. So if I didn't walk in and catch you, it would mean everything, huh? You understand? So what did it mean before I walked in this door, right? We was cracking up laughing. They're like, yeah, how do people say the same shit? Baby, this means nothing. This means nothing to me. It's not what you think. What the fuck is it then? I think y'all fucking. So what is it, right? And we laughed at that because who the fuck are you trying to fool at that point? Are they trying to fool you or themselves? Who are they trying to convince? It means nothing. Right, you went out of your way to drive far as fuck and lied about where you was going, but it meant nothing. Yeah, that's the kind of people in this world. And I have to make these examples because it's simple. Things are said and people lie. They get in their feelings about shit and they lie. And people find it so hard to believe. You know what? One day, I'm probably just going to get my camera and I'm going to do a video just like I'm doing, but I'm going to walk and I'm just going to have my camera just because I live out here. It's a big wooded area. It's huge. It's massive. And we might see bears. We might see some coyotes. Don't worry. I'm well protected. We might see whatever. You know what we won't see? And I'm telling you this way ahead of time. We won't see a Bigfoot. Unless I view the camera down on my size 13s. That's the only Bigfoot you're going to see. Okay, unless another Bigfooted human being happen to come by. But what I'm telling you, just to walk and talk and enjoy the scenery, I'm going to tell you right now, man. People out here, just like I'm sitting here in my yard right now, people out here love to tell you there's Bigfoots. I'm telling you, they're real, and I hear them at night. So I live right next door to you. I live right across the street from you. I don't hear them, but you hear them. So, I mean, damn, these motherfuckers can make your camera blurry. They make you deaf all of a sudden. You can't hear them, but other people can. You see them, but I don't see them. This is what the world is full of. People wanting to argue with you and tell you something is real when it's really not real. But, hey, listen. That's just what it is, but it's all clickbait. It's all lies. There's no Fundora Crawford. Okay, Spence and Fundora is still on. Crawford is still fighting Madrimov. Like, they're just going to cancel the event so he can switch and fight Fundora all of a sudden. Come on, y'all, wake up. Anyway, talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings together people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.